Look at all these peppers. I am ready to make some hot sauce. So let's go over the ingredients. Of course, you need some peppers. I'm using jalapeno and cayenne, onion, lemon, garlic, salt, coconut sugar, and vinegar. Make sure it's 5% acidity. So after you have all your ingredients, your first step is to de-stem all the peppers. I am de-stemming jalapenos and cayenne. This is all from my garden, and these jalapeno stems and cayenne stems are going to go straight back into the compost. So this sauce came out to be on the spicier side. So adding cayenne does bring up the heat from something that's a little more mild to something that's spicier. Next, we're going to add garlic, and I just decloved this. And next, we're going to add onion. You can just roughly chop everything. Honestly, we're just going to throw it all in a pot, so it doesn't need to be diced up too much. So here's that pot I was talking about. I'm adding 3 cups of vinegar and 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon coconut sugar. You can absolutely use regular sugar as well. I just prefer coconut sugar. I'm going to mix all of that up, and I'm going to start adding in all my ingredients. You do not have to wait for the pot to get hot. Make sure the heat's on. I would do it at about a medium flame. We're just going to get everything softened up. Some people like to add water in this method. I'm doing all vinegar because I really want this to be preserved well. After it's nice and stirred up, we're going to add the lid and let this come to a boil. Once it's at a boil, have it sit for 20 to 40 minutes. I'm just showing you here that I am water bathing the bottles that my hot sauce is going to go in. Everything is looking so good. It's nice and soft, and I think it's ready to add into the blender. So I'm going to cut the heat, add everything into the blender. I only have the Ninja cup blender, so I'm going to add it into 2 cups because this batch was a little bigger than I anticipated. I'm adding a dash more salt, about a teaspoon, not a tablespoon. And I forgot to mention, we are going to add a dash of oil. Next comes the lemon juice. I'm doing the juice of an entire lemon. I think that the tartness of this turned out great. If you like a less tarty, I would add water or maybe skip the lemon. Time to blend. You want to blend really, really well, as much as you can, super smooth. So the bottles in the water bath are ready, and I'm just pulling them out and setting them aside so they have a little time to dry. Not only is this good for sanitizing, but it's also good when you put the hot sauce, like it's temperature hot, into the bottle so it won't crack. And you're also going to need a strainer. I used a cheesecloth, but honestly the cheesecloth is not necessary and I got rid of it. And just make sure that's over a big bowl. I'm going to keep stirring this around, and you can see it's coming out the bottom pretty slow. So I'm just going to keep stirring until I have this kind of like pulp that's left, and that's how you know you're done. Look how beautiful it is. Now, it's not the color I thought it was going to be, but the consistency is great. Let's go ahead and give it a little try. Whoa, I was not expecting it to be this good. It had a good kick to it. I was feeling the heat in my stomach, in my chest. Cayenne does not mess around. Gonna bottle this beautiful baby up. I have 3 bottles. I made exactly 3 bottles. It wasn't a miracle. This is so satisfying. The fact that I filled exactly 3 bottles. It was perfect. I'm just going to go in and wipe everything down with a little bit of vinegar, the same vinegar I used. This is great for cleaning. Keep everything sanitized. And add the tops. And I store these in the refrigerator. I'm not sure if you could do it on the shelf because of the top, but this will last me probably a month.